Politics had become a toxic subject. It had got to a point where people do not want to deal with it and do not want it in their shows or video game. And I understand how people feel, but there are a few things I want to talk about, and there is little more to the topic. In today's video, I will be talking about politics and entertainment. Before I get into things, I need to give disclaimers. 1. This video is not meant to make people mad or radicalize people. That is not my goal or aim. 2. This is not a political channel, and I'm not a political person. I will not be talking about serious political issues or anything over the past 10 years. If you need to know where I am on a political scale, personally, I'm not on it. I'm in the gray area. I do not like to talk about politics, and yet I know politics does have an effect on me, but I do not totally avoid the subject and do not misunderstand. 3. I am not the 4-letter word the internet uses or the anti-version of that. I'm a normal, reasonable person, and I have no problem with a person because of their race, handicap, sexuality, and so on. However, anyone, no matter what race or whatever the case, can do bad or wrong things. And I did it time and time again. 4. I'm about to say a lot and they relate to politics. Please bear with me. The left and the right, or the far left and the far right, have problems, have crazy and toxic people, and both are capable of misinformation and wrongdoing. I do not align myself with political parties, political ideologies, and so on. I'm not blue-pilled, I'm not red-pilled, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid, and what other phrases people use and that are out there. I do not support cancel culture, bullying, harassment, extremism, indoctrination, violence, or chaos. I do not debate other people, and I do not like to watch debating, or what I like to call it in some cases, people yelling and talking over each other. And I know debating is needed to talk about things. Do not misunderstand. And there is a lot more, but that is it. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It will help me out. Thank you. In recent years, I have been hearing people wanting shows, movies, or games to stop being political and remove politics out of entertainment. Well, that is not easy. People who say politics do not belong in entertainment are actually saying politics they do not agree with do not belong in entertainment. And both sides are hypocritical about it. The part I do understand is from normal or reasonable people, because of real life politics, the toxic political discourse, the nonsense or the chaos going on in real life. People are tired of the everything a political perspective or not a fan of it. A lot of people turn to entertainment to turn their brains off, escape real life politics, and escape political discourse. Some people play Call of Duty for single player and online gameplay and do not think it political, even though it is. because they just want to virtually shoot people in a fun game while eating a Hot Pocket. I have not had a Hot Pocket in years, and I'm not missing much. Anyway, looking around for info for this video, I learned the media had always been inspired by politics or political stories in some way. For example, Edmund, a theory I'm not too familiar with, had civil rights paralleled, and the mutants are used as an allegory for topics like discrimination and civil rights. Some media and entertainment have politics like war for the whole story. Fire Emblem, a theory I do play, is a political game where a player controls characters and commands them in a fictional war. Some of the dialogue and support conversation talk about subjects like discrimination or how war affects people. Some shows I watched as a kid had a political topic, teach life lessons, or tackle a serious issue. Some of them had a PSA at the end of the show about a life lesson or a serious issue, which could be a hit or miss and come off as goofy or questionable.
Kids, don't be afraid to say no. Anyone that asks you to use drugs is not your friend, because drugs can kill. And if you do drugs, you go to hell before you die.
The whole thing with Captain Planet is about stopping pollution. Avatar: The Last Airbender, a show aimed at young people and loved by many, had its dark moment and topics like war, pollution, slavery, just to name a few. I mean, South Park had tackled serious issues, made fun of politics, called out stuff, and had life lessons, and it's one of the most controversial shows ever, and it's far from political correctness. Some media and entertainment have political elements like war for a small part in the story or lore that it overshadowed. In Splatoon, there is lore and story behind why the Inklings and the evil Altarians were battling against each other, but I would not call Splatoon a political game or have seriously deep politics, yet Splatoon used war for a lore reason, and war is a political element. Although, there might be a few more topics related to social commentary the game theory talked about. However, this info is overshadowed for the most part. Most people play Splatoon to shoot ink at players in a 4-34 online battle called Turf War and try to win. Again, I would not call Splatoon a political game. But not everything had political element or had deep politics. Games like Dance Dance Revolution, Mario Kart, Pac-Man, to name a few, are not political and do not need to be political. There is no denying politics or political elements are in entertainment, and I'm mostly okay with it. But then we have other problems. There are games like Dustborn. This game alone brings up why people do not want politics or a certain mindset in their entertainment. There is a claim that certain people are shoveling their personal activism, ideology, and agenda into existing IPs, shows, or franchises, which is hard not to see in some cases. We have people and groups like Collective Shout wanting to ban games because of what they do not like and want to force or bully others into thinking their way while also being professional victims. What annoys some people is the use of entertainment or a known theory to push politics and agenda, toxic ideology, and so on. This is where people take issue. Again, I understand how a lot of people feel. I do believe for politics and the culture war nonsense need to be out of entertainment, not exactly politics. I think most people confuse politics with political agenda pushing. Here is why removing politics out of entertainment is a bad idea. If we remove politics or the element, it would ruin a lot of stories and other media as well, even stuff you and I may like. It's hard not to make something political or have a angle if it had religion, government, or war. War is inherently political. A lot of war movies would be ruined with the removal of politics. This is why I do not totally agree with removing political elements. If someone made a movie about war but cannot make it political, this can make the creator feel like they are walking on eggshells, trying not to offend people because of the politics involved. Making war not political is hard and cannot happen. But let's talk about Dustborn. The main reason why Dustborn is so hated and criticized by a lot of people is because of the politics and story. The story had very biased and one-sided politics and favored the certain political ideology or mindset the internet knows by now. You know, the same group and people who you'd love and say be more tolerant to other people, but do horrible stuff and say horrible stuff that shows the world they are the opposite of who they are. The same group that forced their will upon society through bullying, intimidation, cancellation, and violence, and tell the world they are good God while lying to people. The game also had the main character learn the ability to bully and cancel, the same rhetoric these people use on other people. Are they even trying to hide it anymore? There is a difference between having a political theme versus having an agenda or being propaganda. There is nothing wrong with games dealing with political issues or social commentary, but when you start pushing a certain point of view or political agenda with a clear bias, that is not good. Dustborn does everything wrong. The game made no room for nuance, a double standard, and more. Politics and entertainment should not be for the purpose of converting people to certain ideologies, but at least Dustborn is its own thing and not trying to shove these ideas, ideologies, or any type of agenda into an already known or famous theory and IP. Minus the politics, Dustborn is just lame, boring, and unappealing. There is no denying politics or political elements are in entertainment like TV shows, video games, movies, comic books, and more. I understand how normal and reasonable people feel about politics, agenda pushing, toxic political discord, and modern day society. I understand people not wanting politics in games or whatever the case, but I wanted to say a few things, and I hope people understand some of the things I said in this video. If there is going to be politics or it cannot be helped in some cases in a show or game, it needs to be balanced and come from a good place. The real problem is the way some people write stories with politics and some people are not interested in doing it right. I do believe forced politics and the cultural nonsense need to be out of entertainment. Forcing politics or any agenda to simply appease a certain group of people who be outraged if it does not include that thing, subject, topic, or whatever, it's not right, and this is something entertainment should not do. If you try to please everyone, then you are going to satisfy no one. You cannot make everyone happy when it comes to entertainment or in life for that matter. I do not want to be used for political agenda pushing if it's myself or my animated show. If you are making something yourself, you may feel the same way. My passion project had nothing to do with a political agenda, social justice issues, or systematic injustices, and it does not address the issue, or it is never even talked about. Why would I add the topic to my passion project when they have nothing to do with it? As for politics outside of entertainment, with how crazy politics and some people have become, I believe it is important to be nuanced, something that is lost in this day and age. Keeping things in the gray area, for me that is, allow for clarity of a situation. But one final subject before I'm done. Female, different races, gay, or black characters do not make entertainment political or the four-letter word. Why do certain people date it when a character is not white, a male, or straight? And yet, there are people who call entertainment political or that four-letter word if it simply had one of those things. If this character is made to push or say political things and act a certain way, then yes, you do have a claim or an argument, and it's annoying to watch this character. But other than that, no. Simply adding the character is not political or the four-letter word the internet like to use.